know Mark is excited being up there. Oh, no.
Emily, no! Why? No! Emily, he's playing with our emotions at this point.
隔着荧幕都让人感到紧张。美国极限攀岩好手霍诺德在没有任何绳索保护下，只用91分钟就成功登顶台北101，在历史上写下精彩一笔。
Has made history again.
So great. What a nice day.
What a nice day. What were you thinking? You summit, you get all the way to the top, you're at the top of the spire, and you've done it. Like, what was the first thing that flashed into your mind?
I was like, what a view. It's incredible. I was like, what a beautiful day. It was very windy, so I was like, don't fall off the spire. I was like trying to balance nicely. But no, I was like, what an incredible position. And I mean, what a beautiful way to see Taipei. And it's nice because we've been here all week and it's been gray and rainy, kind of socked in. And today was just so perfect and you could see for miles, super clear. I was like, couldn't be a better time to be on the top of the spire, appreciating the position. You know, I first saw Taipei 101 over 10 years ago and was like, wow, that's incredible for climbing. That would be amazing. But at the time, didn't get the opportunity to actually climb it. You know, at the time, I thought about climbing it without permission, you know, don't tell anybody. You know, but I was kind of like, oh, I know I can do it and it would be amazing. Like, maybe I should. But then out of respect for the building and respect for all the people on the team who had allowed me access to look at it, I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to poach this. Like, I'm going to, you know, respect the people and just see if it ever comes together. And so then for the project to come together more than a decade later, I'm like, oh, it's so great. What an opportunity. It's such a pleasure.
And as Alex says, people climb buildings illegally, but, you know, it is so rare for a building to trust a climber and a team for the reasons he says. It's got so many interesting features, an interesting route, but we needed the building to say yes.
有了101的信任，让他完成了10年前的梦想。而他今年在记者会上大耍幽默。
I have to say that Taipei 101 is actually an incredibly family-friendly climbing objective, in so much as for most climbs, you go to some far-flung place, you don't have cell service, you're gone for months, you're living in a tent. I mean, here we FaceTime the kids, we'll be home. It's pretty chill in the grand scheme of climbing objectives. I mean, compared to going to the greater ranges, like the far-flung mountains of the world, and then being in, you know, living on a glacier in a tent for a month.
Yeah.
Like this is pretty civilized. Yeah. So, I mean, I think overall this is way less time away from the kids, and I mean, it's kind of a great objective.
Everybody's gonna ask, like, what's the next? Right? You've done this. Like, what's next? It's got to go.
I mean, I always have projects around my house. I always have some kind of climb that I'm working on, just because I love having a reason to get up and train. I mean, I love working on something. But I think the big objectives, things like Taipei 101, to some extent, you just have to be striving all the time, training, and then let these things kind of happen as they happen. You know, if it happens, it's incredible, and it's, you know, a small miracle. But you can't try too hard because you just never know when things like this will come together.